I don't know what the fuck happened. Um, so I was out like a light. I was sleeping, and dude, I must have had like a fucking. I don't know if I had a whack dream or if there was like some sort of animal outside. Um, I have like an awning, right? Like there's an awning right outside my fucking like like the downstairs has an awning like to the basement, and it's right outside my fucking bedroom, right, dude. I don't know what the hell happened out there, but something fucking landed on there. I don't know if maybe a piece of snow fell off the roof or like there was a fucking cat or something that was running around on that fucking thing. But it made like a fucking noise that woke me up, scared the fuck out of me. I looked outside, there was nothing going on. Um, but I'm up now. I'm fucking fully awake, fully immersed in just starting my day. So fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. I was either going to, work out and then go get a fucking egg everything bagel with scallion cream cheese, or I was going to stream. And the healthier thing to do is sitting here and streaming and talking to anybody that's up right now. So I figured let me do that instead. I was gonna hit the fucking gym early, get out there, get my shit together, and get a fucking quick workout in the morning. Like I said, I've been craving, dude. I've been fucking craving egg everything bagels recently. Like I had one about like a week ago, and it's all like I've been trying to find reasons. Like, let me get one. Like, I'm only eating once a day right now. I'm only eating like I'm trying to intermittent fast, and like that's the last thing you want to eat is a fucking bagel. But egg everything bagels, they get a little bit of protein. It's not terrible macros by any means. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you know, I'd have to explain myself a little bit better than that. I have to like at least like have a little bit better logic, a little more sound logic than that, than just being like, yeah, like I worked out so I can have an egg everything bagel. It's really not the best thing in the world for you. But hey, you know, nobody's the fucking cops here. Nobody's suing me. So I'll probably do it anyway. We'll see. Got about 3 hours before I have to go to work, and I'm fucking wired to the T, dude. Like I don't remember the last time I felt this fucking like up and at it and ready to go. Um, Not a bad thing, not a good thing either. Not really happy about it. I'm fucking as wired as I could possibly be right now. Like I said, it really like sprung me into action when I heard that shit. I think it was most likely it was just like a cat or something that was like I have cats on the fucking property here that just like was running around on the thing, but made a fucking loud bang, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on out there?" And now I'm up, and that's that. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with my day. That's where I'm here. That's why I came here. Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Daniel Barry, you're the first one here, my guy. What have you been up to? Um, I it's Tuesday. What do I got? What do I got going on today? I got nothing. Um, I got work. I'm leaving in a couple days for Atlantic City, which I'm fucking fired up for. I can't wait. Spending more time with my mom. It's always the best. Good morning, Frank Brown. What's going on? Going to meet up with my mom in Atlantic City. It's the halfway point between me and her. Well, not really halfway. She's going a little bit farther than me, so it's kind of unfair. But she's into it. We're gonna go watch some fucking college basketball, have a good time, and I can't wait, man. It's fucking wholesome. A place like Atlantic City. Listen, Atlantic City is a place where dreams do go to die. Like I'm not sitting here saying like, wow, Atlantic City's so wholesome. Like, no, it's a place that like it's a fucking miserable place. It's a place that you should never go to. It's absolutely where dreams go to die. There is no good thing about Atlantic City other than you go, you have a good time, you lose some money, and you have fun doing it. Um, let's see, cat woke you up, eh? Yeah, I would say it was a cat. It had to have been, dude. I don't know. It was fucking weird. I really like. I can't even like describe what the sound was like. I'm thinking a cat. Like I said, it was either a cat or it was fucking maybe a piece of snow fell off my roof or something and landed right on my fucking awning and made just the loudest noise. There's no way anybody would be up there standing. It's not like a person was running around there. Because the thing is just not built well enough to handle a full fucking person. Um, Been there, done that 2 days ago. Hey, this is what it is. Should all Division 1 college football and basketball players be paid? You know what, Vic? I think they should because the amount of money they bring into these universities and like the risk they're taking with their professional careers, I think it's very fair that they get paid. But at the same time, like it It's kinda killing the college game in a way. Like, it is making it a little less entertaining with these guys going everywhere and being free agents every year. It's kinda tough, but I don't know. Did you say who's there? Did I say who's where? Oh, no, I did not say who's there. I looked outside and didn't see anything, so I wasn't really worried. Again, it's not like anybody would be walking on that fucking awning and the thing would collapse in a second. You look like Hyun Jin from Stray Kids. I don't even know who that is. Hyun Jin from Stray Kids. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look that up after the stream though. But with Division One college football and basketball play, I think like every Division One athlete, I think their name, image, and likeness. Like I said, it's so like it goes so far. I think that's big. Like because these people do have like they are really like larger than life superstars, even though they're in college, and it's fair that they should be able to make money off of their own name. I think it's just ridiculous that the colleges were able to like harbor all these funds off these kids all these years, and they weren't able to make a dollar off of it. So yeah, I think they should get paid. I think it's absolutely it's fair, like labor, I guess. For all the money they're bringing these universities, make some money, get some money in there. Like I said, Gungeon from Stray Kids. I don't even know. What is Stray Kids? I've never even heard of that. But yeah, so I'm just like, I felt like sick as a dog before too. Like I was starting to get worried that I was getting sick, and I slept for about like 2 hours, and I'm good now. Yes, but what about the swim team, golf team, lacrosse teams, volleyball teams? Listen, if they have name, image, and likeness, like if they are, those guys get paid. Those guys and girls get paid at a much lower level, obviously, because their sport is not as popular. I think it just goes into like the idea of the what's the word kind of just the identity of the sport. Like I think like obviously like lacrosse, swimming aren't as big as sports, but these athletes still should get paid. Um, Obviously they're not bringing in the um, you know the revenue, and name, image, and likeness for the most part is like companies sponsoring these kids and stuff. And no, like obviously these companies are going to want to sponsor a kid who's on the football team that everybody knows over somebody who's on the swim team. Should those people get paid? Should the swim team people get? Yeah, sure, a little bit, but like again, I think it's what brings in. I think it's like popularity of the sport. I think it has a lot to do. I think it's just like I'm trying to think of the word. It's kind of like a food chain in a way where like I think there's just nothing you could do about it. What the hell are we live again? Yeah, Irish King. I just got woken up like very it was not very pleasant the way I got woken up, but I'm up, so I'm here. Figured I'd go live. Who would determine the pay rate for players? Are you saying like pay them like a salary, Vic? Like you're saying like should they get like a salary? I think all the players should get like every athlete, and I think they already do. I know every Division 1 athlete gets like full meal plans, and like they're allowed to like they get food like no matter what. Um, which is pretty good in one point. You a light sleeper, big time light sleeper, massive light sleeper. Like they all get like meals and stuff provided to them, which is a good thing already. I think then after that, it's pretty much on the player and themselves. It's kind of like professional sports, where like a guy like when you look at the Lakers, a guy like LeBron James and Luka Doncic are going to get big time sponsorships, but a guy like Jared Vanderbilt, he's not going to be sponsored by anything. Like I think it all comes down to like how like notable the player is. I think it really is down to them and how marketable they are. Also, for example, an amateur golf tournament can only be paid with merchandise certificates, $750 max. In terms of what? Like, in terms of their collegiate eligibility, is that still a thing? Is that still like because I think like if you have any sort of like I know high school players that like are getting Nike deals now. Bro, I saw your message. I can only tickle your feet if you promise not to fart again, dude. Last time I let it slide. All right, fair enough. Listen, Smokey, that's fine. I can make deals like that. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's I think it's a tough sledding because of course you want all the kids to have this similar, opportunity. Obviously, sports wise, there's different sports that are more popular. I think it's just, the food chain of thanks for the floating heart. I think it's just the food chain of sports in general, man. Like it's like some sports are more popular than others. Like more sports are gonna get attention and it's gonna be easy for these companies to sponsor kids and use their name, image, and likeness if it's worth something. Your cap is a bit too big. Yeah, you order an extra large on what's it called on Temu. This is what they send you. Pay the players in Amazon and Subway gift cards. Yeah, no, I think these players should be able to make money. I think if there wasn't a limit and cash was paid, kids would work harder at their craft. I agree with that. I fully agree. If you told me I can make money playing college sports, I think you're correct. I think it would make these kids more hungry for, you know, to be better players and create more of a revenue stream for themselves. And I think it has for a little bit. And also like the name, image, and likeness stuff. I feel like it's created like it's actually in a way made the college game slightly better because people who tend to stay in college a little bit. They tend to be like, they're not in such a rush to get to the pros. Like you're getting like, but at the same time, now you're having guys, but because I think the COVID shit's fucked everything up. Like you got like 26-year-olds playing college basketball right now. That's got to change. Like there should be an age limit. I think there should be like a cutoff on the age of like college athletes. I think the fact that we got 26, 27 year olds playing college sports is just absolutely fucking insane. You have full grown adults like playing with 18-year olds straight out of high school. I don't know. I personally, I'm not big on that. I don't think that's a very good thing. I think it's kind of ruining the college game a little bit, but we'll see. A lot to unpack there. Um, but I think with name, image, and likeness, like you said, if kids knew they had a better opportunity by playing better, I think it would make them work harder. You would think it would help. You would think it would be a good thing overall. Like I think a lot of people don't like it still, but I'm a firm believer of it. I really think that the NIL stuff, the name, image, and likeness, all these players getting paid based on like how popular they are, I think it's a good thing. I think it is. I think it's about time. These kids are risking, their careers, their futures. You see guys like there's players that you can look at all the time that guys have gotten hurt. Like a guy like Jalen Smith, I think about all the time from Notre Dame who went to the Cowboys. Like he fucking tore his ACL in his last college game and went from a first round pick to a second round pick. How much did that hat cost? This one was $85. In India, we laugh at your small head. That's okay. As long as you're watching me, I don't really give a shit. You can laugh at me all you want. If you're fucking watching, I don't give a shit. Go for it, man. Um, in India, I love that. Like, I have the idea that India, wow, that's a waste of money. No, I don't think so, man. It made you stop here and it made you watch what I was doing. And I think you're probably just jealous that you either A, can't afford a hat like this, or B, can't pull it off. So I think you're just kind of like, I think you're just, acting out a little bit, buddy. We don't watch, we print photos of you. You print photos of me? That's amazing. That's even better. That's longer term. You be in circus in India? Well, I wouldn't go to India. So hey, there you go. Not going to be in the circus. So to each their own. Um, I'll be right here. Oh, you're fans. Oh wait, you're a good. Wait, hold on. You're fans. Was good. I'm not reading that, but hey, what's going on, John Bork? Um, okay, listen. Okay, I didn't know you guys were fans. I thought you were making fun of me. Yeah, maybe I'll go to India then. Your big hat irritates me. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I want you to be irritated. How do I give you money? How do you give me money? It's the bottom. There's a thing in the bottom right corner. I'm not looking for anybody's money, but there, hate from Houston. Fair enough too. I appreciate you being straight up and honest with me, buddy. There's like a money bar in the bottom right corner of the chat. I don't know. I've never seen it from the other side. Um, somebody was telling me there's like a little fucking thing. But I'm again not looking for anything. I'm not asking. The fug? What do you mean the fug? Reminds me of the sheriff hat from Scary Movie 3. A lot of people have said that. I have a green one that actually looks like it. If you like in Scary Movie 3 that it gets bigger and bigger. I wish I could do that. I wish I could get a bigger and bigger hat, but I have a green one that looks more like it. But I'm not wearing that one right now. Do I click on it? You can do whatever you want, man. I'm not asking. What is that? Audio went out? I don't think it did. People do that to me all the time. Audio went out. I don't fall for that one anymore. Think you got shadow muted? I think I'm okay. But what does that say? Pumpkin Master, what's going on? How the fuck are we? No sound? Don't do this. I don't believe you guys. The Jets, really? I'm not even wearing my Jets hat this time. Damn. He goes, "What? That's great. That's hilarious." Hello, that'd be hilarious. I'm sure there's a brim that expands. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. I don't think they actually make that, but that would be cool if I could find something that like I could just make the hat bigger every stream. I would love. I've been looking for a bigger hat. Small ass hat. Yeah, there was a baseball player recently who refused to be traded to a California team due to California taxes. Yeah, it happens. What's his face? It was Zach Gallen, right? Was it Zach Gallen or was it Merrill Kelly? Like whatever it is, it's Vic. It's going to become a problem more and more with these states like New York and California, where it's just like so fucking expensive to live. These players aren't going to want to go there. That's why like destinations like the Florida teams, Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Washington, all these states, like they have an advantage already, like right off the rip, because people want to go there. They don't want to pay fucking income tax. Sounds good. They have a call center IT on it already. You're my second favorite. Hell yeah. Who was the first? You muted? I feel like you guys. I love this move when you guys tell me I'm muted. Not working. Um, they have the call center IT team on it already. Yeah, let's see. Listen, if I could find one, if I could get any sort of thing like that, I'll buy you a fillet of fish. Thanks, man. I don't think I would eat it. I'm not a big, seafood type guy, but I appreciate it. That means a lot. Florida, Texas, yeah, the idiot red states. No, it's the states that don't. It's all about the income tax. It's more so. It has nothing to do with red or blue. It's about the lack of income tax that allows these professional athletes that make all this money to not get like half their fucking salary taken from them. It makes perfect sense. Why is the hat so big? It contains my big ass brain, dude. Um, but man, I like how Tom K got fucking angry by the fact that I just mentioned states. Mamdani is proposing a big hat tax. I'm not surprised. I mean, listen, I think Zoran Mamdani is a cool dude. He seems like a good guy. Um, I think he's already fallen apart a little bit, but hey, it wouldn't be shocked if I was like getting taxed on my big hat as like property tax. You know they do that. My mom lives in Virginia. I didn't know that you had to pay taxes on the things you owned. That kind of sucks. My name is Bobby. What's up, Bobby? Never knew that was a thing. That's not a thing here. But like, not, and I'm not talking like how like property tax or anything, but like pays taxes on like her fucking car. Tiny hat tax too soon. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch it. This. What's this? Um, I'm dying that all I had to do was mention Florida and Texas, and some guy was in here. Oh, the dumbass like, everything's got to be political. It's always got to be a fucking thing. Democrats here in New Mexico physically attack anyone who don't agree with them. They're weird. I think we got a problem with that in a lot of places. And again, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not political at all. But I think it's become a big thing where like if you don't agree with somebody, they get angry and they think you're wrong. But it's just it's the way it is. I think it's both ways it happens. Orange Hat is definitely the gayer of the two. Thanks, Morts. I'm glad you finally like came to the conclusion, and now I'm gonna. That's dude, Morts. You keep me young, my guy. But why? What do you mean why? Say what? Well, yeah, I have to pay taxes on my car every year, which I bought with cash. It's BS. That's fucked up. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. My mom lives in Virginia and does that. LMAO, everyone hates Florida and Texas till retirement. LMAO, Tampa Bay, Florida, here I come. Seriously. Everybody shit talks Florida. It's the biggest thing. Hey, Florida sucks. Florida sucks. Even my dad. Dude, my dad fucking is talking about leaving and he's like, he shit on Florida all these years. Never wanted to go on vacation there because of how much it sucked. You know what he loves now all of a sudden? Orlando. Motherfucker. Trans bro, when did you get your surgery? God damn it. Shout out Daniel for the makeup brush. Thank you. Stop the cap. I cannot. I'm from Florida. Nice. I'm kind of jealous of that. I think the weather down in Florida is really good, and I'm jealous of that because it snows here all the fucking time and it's miserable. Another makeup brush from Daniel. Thank you. Florida sucks. Okay, back and forth here. Thing I don't like about Florida is I don't like the extreme like hurricanes and weather and stuff like that. That fucks me up. That would fuck me up. I wouldn't like that. Um, the warm weather year round, I could fucking get used to that in a heartbeat. Humid in Florida? It is. It's humid here too. Florida's fucking disgusting. Whoa, all right. Hold on. I like the weather. I like the idea of the weather. Would Florida be my ideal place to live full time? Probably not. West Coast is the best coast. I don't know about that. I kind of like the East Coast. The thing I like about the West Coast, though, sports wise, being able to watch sports and then sports being done at the end of the night, and then like you still have your whole night ahead of you. Like, I think it's the best sports watching. Time zone. Not wrong at all. Texas and Florida are just full of nuts, but I love old live PD from Florida. Super crazy nut jobs. Hmm. My boss said he hates. Oh God. Okay. Florida. Fucking bugs in the east are nasty. Not that bad. Thoughts on managers relying so much on baseball analytics? I think it's a good thing, Vic. I think analytics like that are good. I think a lot of people get angry about it because it's just like, oh, the nerds are ruining baseball. Like, I think it's a great thing. I think if you can get like advanced stats like that and stuff and really like dig down into like I think it's a good thing. I think analytics are big. I'm a big analytic guy. I think it's I think it's changing the game for the better. I think you see teams that use it well, like do it well with like less, team like the Tampa Bay Rays that don't spend a lot of money every year. They use analytics like crazy and they're successful a very good amount. I think it's a good thing. Yeah, the 3 hour gap the East Coast has is insane. I mean, it's good in some ways. Don't go to Arkansas. Too many inbred hillbillies there. I've never really had a plan to go to Arkansas. Maybe someday. I don't. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say for sure I'm not going to go to Arkansas, but I'm not entirely. I don't really have any much of a reason to go there. Um, Again, the people there wouldn't bother me. That's not. I don't really care. I'm down to meet people anywhere. But yeah, Vic, mostly with the analytics. What do I think about Trump? I think he's the president of the United States. That's about as far. Like, I'm a big supporter of I support the guy in charge. Like, I was a big Joe Biden guy for 4 years. I'm gonna be a Trump guy. Like, he's my fucking president. There's nothing I can do about it. Analytics results in so many pitching changes every game. See, I think that's bad sometimes, Vic, because sometimes like you have a pitcher that's dominating. Like when the Rays are a prime example when they did that with Blake Snell in the World Series against the Dodgers. They pulled Blake Snell in the fifth inning because he was going through the lineup the third time. And analytically speaking, that's something you do. I didn't like that move. I think like sometimes it can be too analytical where you got a guy who's dominating and pitching well. Like I think analytics from the pitching side is ridiculous. I like the analytics when it comes to like putting fielders in certain places and what to throw certain guys. Start big NBA spreads tomorrow. Big NBA spreads tomorrow. Um, Tampa Bay Rays suck. I mean, the Rays weren't good last year, but they've been a very solid team for a very long time with very limited resources. So yeah. Oh boy, fuck Trump and Epstein files. I mean, listen, I wanna see everything in the Epstein files, I'm big on that, I've always been big on just fucking let's see the whole thing, let's see it all, but, like, I don't think we're ever going to. Managers are obsessed with pitch counts. Well, the pitch count thing I think is big because nowadays, Vic, I think the biggest problem with pitching nowadays is that everything's velocity, velocity, velocity. Like, they want these pitchers throwing as hard as they can from the second they get on the mound, and it's not good for your arm because like, this is already an unnatural motion, like, the torque you feel have you ever, like when you throw a baseball, like, think the next time you do it, feel the torque in your elbow, it's, like, not a natural motion of your arm whatsoever. So, trying to do it as hard as you can over and over again is not good. That's why all these pitchers are, like the biggest problem with pitchers nowadays, why they're getting hurt all the time is because 'cause they're throwing the ball 1,000 miles. They're trying to throw the ball as hard as they fucking can, every single pitch. That's why these guys are getting hurt. Um, that's why the pitch counts have become so obsessive is because every single pitch a guy throws is a ticking time bomb. I've been saying this about the Pirates for a couple with Paul Skeens. Like the worst thing the Pirates can do, because you know they're not going to sign Paul Skeens long term. It's not going to happen. The more pitches he throws in a Pittsburgh Pirates uniform, the more they are destroying an asset that they have in a guy like Paul Skeens. Because it's just not sustainable for a guy to pitch like that over and over again. It just doesn't. You can't. It's like he's due for a Tommy John surgery. He's due for something. It sucks to say, but it's just the natural. It's natural. It's biology itself. It's not even just like a feel. It's the fact that biology speaking, we're not supposed to be moving our arm like that. The natural motion is underhand. So I know a lot about that because I played baseball as a pitcher. Sexy Rexy was my bestie. I pitched in high school and college for a cup of coffee, so I know a lot about this shit. Los Angeles Dodgers are waiting for Skeens. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they are, but if I'm the Pirates, I'm trading Paul Skeens today. Like I would have traded him last year. I think every day he's still in a Pirates uniform is a ticking time bomb. They have a massive asset in a guy like that. You don't know shit. I mean, I clearly do. I'm talking. I think I've explained myself pretty well there. But hey, whatever, man. Um, it's a ticking time bomb with his arm. It's not natural. It's something that's so unnatural that he could throw the ball so hard with such like velocity and fucking torque. He's due. Go outside? Not right now. Yeah, you don't know shit. Hell yeah. Go outside. I'm not going outside right now. It's fucking dark and cold. I'm not doing that. No, sir, I can't trust a bobblehead kid. Fair enough. How do the Dodgers sneak around the salary cap? I mean, there is no salary cap, so they sneak around it by fucking
deferring salaries and shit. Your hat game is on point, brother. You're right. You ever heard of Aroldis Chapman cloud? I mean, okay, Matthew Ritchie. Here you go. Aroldis Chapman is a freak of nature because he doesn't throw the ball with his arm. He's so fucking strong in the bottom half. He's a freak because he doesn't whip his arm like a lot of pitchers do. If you ever watch him pitch, all of his velocity and all his torque comes from his bottom half. Like a guy like Aroldis Chapman is a freak like that because he is strong enough. He has that strong lower half where his arm doesn't do a ton of work. So yes, I have heard of fucking Aroldis Chapman. Bunch of oh shit. Remember when the Islanders were good? I do. I was not alive for that, but, I wish I was. That would've been cool. My penis hurts badly. That's not good. I just don't think the hat fits, bro. It's not it's fine. Dodgers winning again, sadly, they ruined baseball. I mean, Matthew, here's the thing, though. If the fucking Blue Jays just did their job at the end of game 7, like, if Jeff Hoffman closes the game, nobody's talking about the Dodgers like this. Nobody's this upset about the Dodgers. The fact that the Blue Jays completely choked that game 7 changed everything. Justin Verlander? I mean, yeah, Justin Verlander has stayed healthy because he's a guy who never threw 100 miles an hour, dude. He's not somebody. I mean, he did throw 100 miles an hour, but he's not somebody that did it over and over and over again. Justin Verlander is the last like age of pitcher that ease into the game, and he's done it his whole career where he's not trying to fucking throw the ball 100 miles an hour every pitch and ramps it up at the end. The problem is nowadays the pitchers are taught coming up like hard velocity, velocity, velocity because that's how you get noticed, that's how you get drafted, that's how you get to the major league. So these arms are already fucking um what's the word? These arms are already like fucked up before they even get there. They just added Kyle Tucker and Edwin Diaz. In this house, we don't talk about Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz's name is fucking. You do not fucking speak the name of Edwin Diaz here. Fuck Edwin Diaz, a fucking loser. I'm a diehard Met fan. He's such a fucking little scumbag. These arms are already janked. What do you mean? Oh, no, LAD got money. Of course, they're going to sign top guys. I mean, they're not the ones. They're not ruining baseball. The teams that are ruining baseball are teams like the Milwaukee Brewers, who are every year selling off their better players because they can't afford to keep them. Meth fan? I love meth. Yeah, I don't even play basketball. That hat is uncomfortably way too big. Edwin Diaz is inconsistent, good every year, other year. Yeah, I mean, Edwin Diaz has been good for a couple of years now. He was bad in like 2019. 2020 he wasn't great. 2021 he was very okay, and then 2022 he was lights out. Got hurt in 2023. He was pretty good in 2024. He was great last year. It's like he's been a solid pitcher for a bunch of years now. I'm hoping he goes back to that 2019. Plus, it's LA, Cali's son, who wouldn't want to sign with the. I mean, it's an easy fucking. I understand why people want to sign with the Dodgers. They're an organization of excellence. Like they're doing everything they can to win. Of course, people want to sign there. Red Sox front office went from best to worst. Yeah, the Red Sox are a fucking joke, dude. Like well, the whole Rafael Devers situation, and then like doing it for Alex Bregman, and then Alex Bregman just leaving, a terrible fucking situation. But I love Roman Anthony. I think that kid is very good. I think they have a good young core. But we'll see what happens. Worn out. That hat is too small. I know. I wish I had a bigger one. I'm very upset that this is the only size they had. I mean these arms are already jacked. Bregman is washed. Glad he left. I mean, it's just the whole idea of what happened, Matt. Like the fact that they traded Rafael Devers for like a bucket of fucking baseballs, and now they got left at the altar, basically. But I'm not big on Alex Bregman either. I was worried the Mets were going to sign him to a big deal, and I'm kind of glad they didn't. I'm not a big Alex Bregman fan either. He's a great defender. I think that's his best asset. I don't think his bat's really there anymore. One thing you would do to improve Major League Baseball, I would get rid of the ABS system. I think that whole thing, like the challenging strikes, is going to get very old very fast. That's one big thing. Um, I don't know, man. I think I would. I think I would make. I don't know. I don't really know what I'd do. I think baseball's pretty good as is. Like maybe expand the playoffs a little bit. I think like the COVID year when they had 8 teams in the playoffs in each league, I think that was sick because I think it keeps more teams in it. It keeps more teams competing. Boston Bill subscribe. Thank you. Join the family. Thanks, Boston Bill. AL East has the best pitching by far. The AL East. Uh, I mean the Yankees have very good pitching. Other than that, like
Oh, I mean, maybe I'm trying to think around the league. You might be right. I think I'm trying to think the AL West, not really. Yeah, they might be. I mean, probably too boring. Force them to hit the ball more. Blue Jays are ass. I think the Blue Jays are going to fall off big time. I really think like they're trusting too many guys from last year that had like all world postseasons. Guys like Ernie Clement, guys like Andres Jimenez. I think they're putting a lot of their eggs in baskets that aren't really proven yet. I'm not big on the Blue Jays going into next year. I'm with you on that. Let's see. Red Sox, Yankees, Blue Jays are going to be top five in pitching and offense. I mean, the Red Sox aren't going to be top five in offense. That's a little bit ridiculous. The Blue Jays, I don't, I'm not big on the Blue Jays next year. I'm really not. Um, Bond should be in the Hall of Fame, but he won't ever go in. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Bread and circuses wait, what conversation? Let's distract ourselves from the collapse of this nation. Collapse of this nation? What's going on? What's wrong? What's wrong with this nation other than that we can't get along on anything? They were top 5 last year in offense. The Blue Jays added a lot. What did the Blue Jays add? They added Dylan Cease. What else did they add? What do you mean they added a lot? They lost arguably their best one of their best hitters. Like obviously there's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but arguably one of their better hitters in Bo Bichette. Um, they're trusting like I like Ernie Clement. I like Will Wagner. I like these guys. I'm not ready to just like I don't understand why the Blue Jays just have pretty much given these guys the reins after like an otherworldly postseason. Again, Ernie Clement, I don't even put him in the same category because I think he's a very good baseball player. But there's guys that had like these postseasons that were just magical that I feel like the Blue Jays have just handed them the keys to, and I'm not sold on them. I think that I actually do like what the Orioles did this offseason. Prediction for Mets and Yankees this year. Where's your sombrero? It's on. Um, I think the Mets. I think both teams are going to be in the playoffs for certain. The Mets are in a little weirder spot because I think like I think the Yankees are very clearly the. I think, in my opinion, going into the year, I think I'd have them as the favorite in the American League East. Um, I don't know, man. I think they're going to be in very similar trajectories where they win 90 games and like it's not very pretty. I would say I don't think either one of them is world beaters by any means going into this year. Orioles choked bad last year. I mean, they signed a bunch of guys that just didn't pan out. Like Tyler O'Neill did nothing. I think the front office did a terrible job for the Orioles going into last year of really building around this core. And I think they did a better job this offseason. They got bullpen help. They went and got a guy like Pete Alonso, which like I'm okay with the Mets not paying Pete Alonso. I think he fits very well with what Baltimore needs. And then I love the Shane Baz trade. I think that was a very underrated move. I love Shane Baz. New York Yankees will be top 5 in the league, no question. You think no question? I mean, I don't think they were that good a year ago. Their pitching staff is unbelievable. And with Garrett Cole coming back, pitching is big in the regular season. Like starting pitching is huge, and the Yankees probably have the best rotation in baseball, so that'll carry them pretty far. I'm not big on their lineup. I mean, I love Aaron Judge. I think obviously Aaron Judge is the best hitter on the planet, but we'll see. It's just that lineup top to bottom is just not very impressive. Cole won't be the same after missing like 2 years. He only missed 1 year, but I'd expect him to come back all right. I think their rotation is just good enough. Dodgers still got the best rotation, probably. Yeah. Crunchy turd nuggets. There we go, Corey. That's what we want to talk about here. What's up, USA DeWalt? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's the Yankees. I just feel like they didn't do enough this offseason to like put themselves like they weren't in a great spot a year ago. I don't think they did enough to really propel themselves, but I also think at the same time the Blue Jays got significantly worse. Um, the Orioles got I think the Orioles got better. I could very easily see the Orioles coming around, and I could see them winning this division. Like, I think they're a team that they fell off so hard last year because the front office didn't do a good job building around this core that they have. I think it's gonna be a little bit different this year. A guy like Pete Alonso in the middle of that lineup changes everything. They got Taylor Ward too. Red Sox might be the second best rotation in the Red Sox? I don't know, man. I'm not big on Ranger Suarez. I think you're going to be very disappointed in him. I think he was a lot of. He's another guy that I don't think he's got long term. He doesn't throw the ball hard, but he throws with his arm, and I don't like that in a pitcher.
Crochet great, Suarez early, Bell. I mean, Garrett Crochet is great. I'm not big on Ranger Suarez. I don't think he's a long term like I think long term he's not going to age very well. He barely throws 90 miles an hour. He throws all arm. I'm not big on Ranger Suarez. Early's what made two starts. Brian Bayo is like probably the like he was sick for like a month a couple years ago. Sonny Gray, like if it was 2014, I'd be thrilled. I'm not the Red Sox are not in that conversation. That's ridiculous. They're just absolutely not. They're not on the level like the Mariners. The Mariners have a much better rotation than both of those, than at least the Red Sox. Is the World Baseball Classic necessary? I think it is, Vic. I just think it's the wrong time. I would do the World Baseball Classic at the end of the year. I think they should do it after the season when everybody's played a full year and they're in better shape. I think trying to rush these players to be in game shape and be in like actual like ready shape now is just ridiculous. And I think it makes for like it's things like Tarek Skubal only pitching 3 innings, 55 pitches of being done. Hello, Damon. What's up? How not they were good last year, almost won the division. Red Sox. I didn't listen again. That was last year. It's a different team this year. It's a whole different thing. They will be better this year than last year. I don't agree with that at all. Um, but their rotation is not top two in the league. They're not better than the Mariners. I'm trying to think of other teams, but that rotation's not all that. I like Garrett Crochet is great. Sonny Gray, I'm like still in 2026, we're still saying Sonny Gray. Like we're still putting him in that conversation. Like we should be afraid of Sonny Gray. Brian Bayo is not very good. Like come on, like that's biased there. I could tell you're a Boston guy, and I think I get it. You wanna talk about your team, you wanna have, like, high hopes, but to say your rotation's top 2 in baseball is insane. Hello, old man. What's up, Abs? What's going on? Especially with, like we have Roman Anthony all year, we added Wilson Contreras, Gray is above average, he has 200K last year. And Bayo was great last year, bro. Bayo was not great last year. I Brian Bayo, like I would bet against him on purpose because of how bad he was. Roman Anthony's going to be a stud. I'm not talking shit about Roman Anthony. I mean, adding Wilson Contreras, that's not exactly like that's not really moving the needle. I'm sorry, Wilson Contreras in 2026, another one. Old man is slang for friend. I got you, Abs. He had like a 3 ERA last year, Bayo. He's not very good, man. Like they're not on the level of the fucking Mariners rotation. To say they're top 2, I think you're over exaggerating how I think I like your hope. I think it's great that you have hope going into this year. The Red Sox aren't a playoff team. I hate to break it to you. Like they're not going to be in the postseason. I would even say I think they're the fourth best team in that division. I would put the Yankees, Blue Jays, and Orioles ahead of them. I wouldn't even put them in the conversation. And that's like listen, I could be wrong, but 260, 20 home runs, 80 RBIs is decent for Contreras, filler, Void. I mean, he's what they needed. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad player by any means, but I'm not like again, I'm not moving the needle on Jose. No, excuse me, Jose Contreras. Jesus Christ, Wilson Contreras coming in. That was a throwback and a half. How the hell did I think of Jose Contreras? You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about pitching staffs, and I started thinking about like I don't know why Contreras came into my mind. Damn, your head shrunk. Yeah, my head is shrunk. The Red Sox did more than the Yanks in Toronto this offseason. They did. They made more moves, but that doesn't mean they got better. Like move, like sometimes quality is a little bit better than quantity. It's not the same thing. Like Wilson Contreras, Sonny Gray, like again, Ranger Suarez, like he was solid a year ago. I just don't think he's a guy that ages well as a pitcher. Wilson Contreras is a 350 on base guy. I mean, okay, are we playing Moneyball? Is this like, am I talking to fucking Billy Bean here? Like, great. Wilson Contreras got on base 350 on base percentage. That's sick. That's awesome. He had 20 home runs. I'm not writing the Red Sox. I'm not putting the Red Sox in the postseason because they went and got Wilson Contreras. It's just like no. I'm not buying the hype. Like Matthew, I appreciate your like I like how excited you are. I just think you're a little bit overexcited. We already had top 5 pitching last year, adding Sonny Gray and Suarez. That's a big ass cap. Yeah, it's a little bit it's little bit of size there. Listen, you filled the void at first base, yes, but you didn't like I'm not very impressed with the Red Sox roster. I think again, Roman Anthony, great player. I don't that lineup top to bottom doesn't scare anybody. The rotation's pretty good. Like Crochet's solid. You got a bunch of solid arms in that rotation. The bullpen's not I'm not. I don't know, man. I'm not sold on the fucking Boston Red Sox next year. That's just me. I like I said, I would have them probably fourth in the division. Like they might have made more moves than the Blue Jays. They might have made more moves than the Yankees. I don't think the Yankees got much better. I don't think the Blue Jays got much better. I don't think the Red Sox did either. We have too many young guys. Our bullpen was the best last year. Your bullpen was the best. I mean, Aroldis Chapman was unbelievable a year ago. You have too many young guys. What does that mean? So what? What does that have to do with anything? Young guys don't equate to anything. What town are you from? Long Island. Like what town specifically on Long Island? I'm a North Shore, Suffolk County guy. That's all I'll give you. Now that hat is fire. Thanks, Keno. I appreciate that. We got the most upside. Again, great. So hypothetically, you guys could be the best team in the American League East. Like very hypothetical. Again, like it's there's not a lot. I'm not seeing it with the Red Sox. That's just me. I respect how excited you are. I could tell you're a Red Sox fan. I could tell, and it's great to be excited. I think like you should be. They made some moves. You got a guy in Roman Anthony who's going to be one of the best players in baseball for a long time. Plainview here? Oh, nice, Mike. I'm like outskirts of Huntington, so we're pretty close actually. Can't ever count Boston. We win always, bro. Always competing. See, yeah, no, that's not going to do it. Oh my God, let's just crap. They're drinking the water in Boston, guys. Like that makes them that much better. Like I don't think that works out like that. That's a little big. It's a little bit too big, but I think it works. It fits. It contains my massive brain. You know what I can't stand is every year people talk about the same thing. Fucking Braves. The Braves are dead. The Atlanta Braves are dead. That is an awesome hat. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that. But where are you, Mike? I'm a like I said, Huntington guy. So we're pretty close to each other. We went from worst in 2018 to winning the title in 2019. Great. That doesn't mean anything. Like unless like you're like a horoscopes guy and you like look at the stars, like who cares? It doesn't equate to anything. Like that's totally it's great. That happened in 2018 to 2019. Why should I expect that? There's no correlation. There's none. Doesn't mean you're going to be good in 2026. Like no correlation there. None whatsoever. So how are the Yankees and Blue Jays better than the Red Sox? They were better than them last year. Neither team, like I said, the thing with the Blue Jays that I didn't like about this offseason is that they lost a guy like Bo Bichette and they're trusting a lot of guys that like I don't think have proven themselves very much. They still have a better lineup than the Red Sox, but it's not really even close. They have a better bullpen than the Red Sox going into next year. The rotation, it's maybe a toss up, but that's just saying how miserable both are, really. By a game or two, that was all that they're still a better team going into next year. Their lineup is far superior. They, their rotate like I said, the rotations I think you could hit or miss on either one. I think they're both very similar where I'm not really writing home about either one. Bullpen wise, I liked what the Blue Jays have in their bullpen. The Yankees, I'm not sold on the Yankees either, but they have one of the best rotations in baseball, better than the Red Sox, better than the fucking Blue Jays. They have the best hitter on the planet in Aaron Judge, a lineup that's not very impressive top to bottom. I'll give you that. Their bullpen got worse. Lineup is far superior. Did you see the Red Sox stats? We were sixth, and oh my god! But it's not the same team, Matthew. It's not the same team as a year ago. It's not like you lose a guy like Bregman, you lose like I'm not very impressed with the Boston Red Sox. Like not like I don't know why I'm talking about this. We were also best in quality starts. Great. That's awesome. Oh my god. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. You told me like Wilson Contreras is here. Like Bregman didn't do much. Bregman didn't have a great year, but defensively he's a phenomenal player. I don't like that lineup top to bottom. I'm not big on the Red Sox. It's simple. I would put the Red Sox in fourth in that division. But we'll see. I'm not really fucking thrilled with anything. Like, like the Mets scared me this year, man. I'm not sitting here telling you like I think the Mets are going to be like I think the division as a whole is not very good, but I don't know. I'm not like I don't know. We'll see what happens. Mets are trash. I don't think they're trash. They're definitely better than your stupid fucking Red Sox. Like, let's be real. I would definitely take what the Mets have going into opening day than anything coming from the fucking dump in Boston. But honestly, I went to No, they're not, clown. Here we go. He's gonna get mad. Listen, Red Sox are better. You're just an angry little elf, my guy. Listen, here's the thing. Anything more like Red Cox. There you go. We actually win. There you go. You see, you're gonna go into history. You're gonna go into like the history of things because that's all you're gonna talk about. You can't actually line up the rosters side by side and tell me why the Red Sox would be better. They're not. Who has most rings last 20 years? See, here we go. See, you're gonna go into the history talk. Oh my god. This is great. Like, see, this is somebody you're somebody, Matthew, that like can't have a conversation because you're too like I've already beaten you in this conversation because the second you start talking like you're fucking in the History Channel, I already know that you're lost and you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Oh man. Anyway, we have a whole new fucking roster from a year ago, man. I don't know if you noticed. Like the bum in parents' basement. There we go. Yeah. No girl. Here we go. He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Go ahead. Keep going, man. My personality is based off of dudes throwing and slamming balls around. It definitely has a lot of my it definitely has a lot of my attention year round. Does it hurt to be gay like you? It does sometimes. It does hurt. Loser, keep talking. I am talking. You're in my stream. You fucking loser. You're here. Nobody even knows you exist, Matthew. You're an angry little elf who all you have is fucking Boston sports. You're probably in your parents' basement right now. You don't have a job. You probably don't have any source of income. I'm doing this for fun. I'm sitting here. I even entertained you for as long as I did. While you talked about, you told me, well, we got Brian Bayo. Like, okay, and I told you. Why you fucking like, I don't find that to be I don't like the Red Sox at all, and you got all mad. Like, this fucking guy. Like, this guy gets so fucking angry because all I did was talk about how the Red Sox I don't think the Red Sox are very good, and he got all angry, started telling me, "But we were good in 2019 after we were bad in 2018." No correlation. Totally different fucking team. Totally different fucking, what's the word? Totally different fucking organization. It's just ridiculous. I'm fucking ugh. Like, that's somebody you can't talk to stuff. When they start getting angry, when you start telling me you don't see their vision, like then don't talk to me. Then don't come here and have the conversation. If you can't handle it, like listen, we have difference of opinions. You could be right. I could be right. I'm not thrilled with the Red Sox. I don't think they're very good. And he's gonna get all angry. Fellas, is it gay to be homosexual? I think that's exactly what it is. Um, damn, this guy fucking crashed out. I love it. Little baseball talk at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why are you so mad, bro? I'm chilling, man. I just like if I'm gonna have if like I love having arguments with people and like whatever, we can talk it out. We can disagree on stuff and I'm all for it. But you're gonna crash out and have like a meltdown because I don't agree with you? Like you're a fucking loser, dude. And it's classic. It's classic Boston loser mentality. Like weirdos who, have never like I don't know. There's something about these Boston people, the people that are from the city of Boston, which I see it every time I fucking go up there, and it's why I hate that fucking dump of a city. Like, it's the normal. It's who these people are. They're just like scumbags who, the second you tell them they're wrong about something, they're gonna flip out and have a meltdown. Man, it's that simple. Joe Waters, what's up, man? Fucking a. Like, I'm sorry that like I disagree with your vision on the Boston Red Sox. Like, I don't see it. I don't see what you're seeing. But teach their own, man. You're excited. You're excited about baseball. I respect it. I work so much, bro. It's life. You seem real mad, bro. What is Boston? It's a place you don't want to visit. It's like New Yorkers who think it means fuck all to be from New York City. Literally no one cares. No, it is. I mean, I think like you probably look at it, you see me as a New Yorker and you see that like, damn, like you wish your parents loved you enough to get you, that to pay the extra money to live in a place like New York like I got to do. So, I got to grow up here. I stayed here. I it's amazing. I lived the fucking dream. I woke up feeling like 37 hammers had their way with me. This temperature change is fucking with my head and body, taking the day off. Fair enough, Joe. Dude, I started feeling that last night a little bit. Maybe we're getting the same little virus, but I passed out for a couple hours, got woken up very rudely by the fucking whatever the hell was going on outside. Whatever. I'm from San Diego. I'm on your side. Oh, my bad. We're just talking shit. I'm sorry. Boston was that pressure cooker. Boston. Boston wins the most, actually, clown. Check the stats. Best schools in the world, or colleges that fucking New Yorkers go to. I'm taking all the medicine. Yeah, dude, I didn't even realize. I'm talking all the taking all the medicine, been working out, so it's not from being lazy. Yeah, sometimes you could burn yourself out, Joe. I remember you were telling me that you've been working your ass off, man. Like you've been working like a crazy person. Like the temperature change plus the amount you've been working, you're probably like lack of sleep. I'm sure. I'm surprised you didn't get sick sooner. I know you've been like racking up all that overtime, man. New York is trash compared to Massachusetts. Listen, if your parents could afford the gas money to drive you from Massachusetts to New York one time, like you would see that that's not true. But again, you're in Massachusetts. Like you guys don't get much. You don't afford much. I like. Listen, I actually feel bad for guys like you, Matt. Fair point. Yeah, no, it is, man. You've been fucking running around, Joe. Every time I see anything from you, it's like you're working and shit. It's tough. I know this Maryland is worse. Don't move here. I don't mind Maryland. Maryland's not terrible. Good food in Maryland. Mass needs to belong to Canada. I don't know about that. I just there's no reason to go to Massachusetts for anything. I've never gone there where I'm like, wow, I'm really glad I'm here. No Stanley Cup either since 2011. Listen, I can't join that conversation. Unfortunately, I can't talk shit like that because I haven't seen shit in my life. Um, but no, Maryland, though, dude, great food. Red Sox won 4 times since 2004. Great. Break out your history textbook, guys. This guy's mad because I just said all I said was I don't think the Red Sox can be very good. Soviet Russia, cup lifts you. Go Caps. That was like to this day. I hope something happens in my life. I hope I do something. Like I hope something happens in my life where I can celebrate as big as Alex Ovechkin celebrated winning the Stanley Cup because that would be the best thing I could possibly like. That would be my coup de grace is just having a week of fucking Ovechkin bender. He was like nobody has ever had a better party. Nobody has ever celebrated better in the history of anything than fucking Alex Ovechkin. They're like the same price. What is the same price? What are you talking about? Bunch of lambs in Boston. Seattle is king. A lot of great cities in America. Boston, not one of them. Dude, that parade was epic. It was, dude. Just like I said, the Ovechkin bender. We literally, me and my friends still call it to this day. Anytime like anybody goes on a bender, it's an Ovechkin bender. Um, yeah, wasting time here, boy. What do you mean wasting time? What are we talking about, Omar? The Ovechkin benders were some of the great. Like every that guy, I'm pretty sure that guy was drunk for like a month and a half straight, and well deserved, man. You know, as long as he played and like as long as it took him to win the cup, I don't blame him one bit. I would do the same exact thing. Seattle sports is bumping, Boston sports is listen, Seattle, like, I gotta go to Seattle someday. You ever whistled on a route? What does that even mean? I lost my car keys and my khakis. Somebody from Boston says it. You have no idea. You don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'll tell you what, I went to Boston a couple years ago when the Mets were there, and I went to Fenway Park, and it was one of like the like you ever like get disappointed by something? Like I was so looking forward to like going to Fenway for the first time, and it was like a miserable experience. There's nothing good about that place. What part of your body would you call the root? I'm guessing you're talking about a cock. So I would say no. I feel like that's what you're trying to get me to say. You want me to say it's my cock. I went to Fenway and sat in left field. It was Matt. It's like just too old, man. The history of it is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. The first time you see the Green Monster and you walk in that building, it's quite the sight. It is like an epic, like sight in left field. But for the most part, it's like just a fucking disgusting, like trash, like dump hole. Which I guess, like, if you want to say it's like symbolism of the city itself, I get it. But hey, I get like I don't understand why anybody likes that place. It's disgusting. Like it's a terrible fucking building. What's your take on Chris Benoit? What a fucking question. My take on Chris Benoit. What do you mean my take on Chris Benoit? Like terrible guy. He killed his fucking son and wife. Was a great wrestler when he was alive. Like it's a shame that he's a fucking piece of shit. That's a crazy fucking turn of events. What's your take on Chris Benoit? Is crazy, dude. Um, yeah, I mean, he was an unbelievable technical wrestler, but a terrible human being. So doesn't matter what he did. Thoughts on the Winter Olympian who grew up in the USA and represented communist China? Vic, it's fucking crazy to me. You grow up in America. If I like for me, somebody like me who's not a very good athlete, who's actually fucking like, a below average, like probably 1% athlete, even though I played high school sports, I would dream my whole life of representing the United States for something like in the Olympics like that. I can't imagine like any amount of money would make me like put on another country's fucking colors. But again, to each their own. I don't know what's going through her head. I think she can represent whatever she wants. That's the freedom of it. Like, if she's allowed to represent China, she can go do that. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. Seriously. Eddie Guerrero, that was sad, man. I remember when that happened. I was like miserable. I was so upset about that. Eddie Guerrero was a fucking legend, dude. I forget the girl's name. I forget the girl's name who represented China. But like, listen, man, she got a bag. Apparently, China paid up the ass to get her to represent the country. Like, I guess I can't knock the hustle, but still, I would be dying if I was an athlete, the one thing I'd want to do is represent the United States. Where do you buy these large hats, or is your head tiny? It's a noggin boss hat. Go check it out. It's the fact that they haven't given me like a fucking discount code yet. I'm so mad. Like I asked them like once a month because the amount of people I've probably sent their way is fucking crazy. But it is a large hat. The custody match, though, the custody of Dominic ladder match is one of the funniest things ever. Isn't it 5 a.m.? Yeah, I got woken up, Irish King. I'm fucking up, so I figured I would stream. The graphic for the custody of Dominic ladder match is so fucking funny, dude. Like the fact that they WWE thought that was a good idea. Imagine like you're trying to fight for the custody of your child and you're like, fuck it, we're doing it in a ladder match on at SummerSlam. Insane. It's fucking ridiculous. Did you see Jim Carrey at the reward award show? I did. Wasn't that proven that that wasn't Jim Carrey? Didn't we like already? Wasn't that already? I think that rumor was already dispelled that that wasn't him, right? That was like some. There's some guy who's like a master of disguise who like does that with celebrities all the time, where he like dresses like celebrities, and I think it was him that showed up at that award show. I'm like 95% sure that's like confirmed that that wasn't Jim Carrey, which was that shit was fucking scary. But I think it's just some guy who like literally does that. That's like his that's still going viral, right? Is that a thing, Irish King, or was I fooled by that? Or is that something that's not real? Like I don't know what's real or fake anymore. I feel like a fucking Facebook adult at this point. It's fucking annoying. Um, but like I keep seeing that there's some guy who's like a mat like he does this shit all the time where he like dresses like celebrities. But am I wrong? Like, or is that actually Jim Carrey and we're just fucking scared? Like, because that's whack. I feel like Jim Carrey would have came out and said something though at this point, right? Like I don't know. I don't know which is which. I don't know what is what. I don't know what up or down. I don't know anything anymore. I'm fucking. Why do it though? What, dress up like Jim Carrey? I don't know, probably for the attention, for the Instagram, like, for the content, maybe? I don't know, I'm very confused by it, Joe. I don't know what, like, I thought I saw the Instagram account, like, I thought it was a real thing, um, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm seeing shit. Holly weird, yeah. Did Carrie just not wanna show up? Maybe, I mean, that's what they were saying, they're like, "What if, like, he just didn't feel like going and he just hired somebody to go?" Like, I don't think it's the craziest thing. His rep said it was him, but it was a disguise that'd make Jim's attack on Hollywood even better. I mean, Hollywood's a fucking weird place. Like, it's just, I don't, the whole Hollywood, like, it used to be so glamorous, like the idea of Hollywood, and now it's just fucking weird, dude. Like, the whole fucking celebrity, like, every celebrity's a fucking weirdo. I'm convinced, like, there's like a higher society of shit going on that, like, they're just all fucking weird people. Either it's not Jim or Mickey Rourke and Jim and buddies now. Um, that actually would make sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a very odd thing. Like, and like I said, I feel like Jim Carrey would have came out and said already, like, hey, it wasn't. The dark side of Hollywood has been exposed. It was exposed years ago, but like the day by day, it's getting worse and worse. Like where Hollywood is just a bunch of fucking weirdos. Like It's a lot of higher society people that, I feel like thought they could get away with anything and they could just start being fucking weirdos. It's creepy looking at Ariana Grande. No, dude, whatever fucking happened to Ariana Grande, she has been like completely brainwashed. I don't know what the fuck happened to her. Like, and that shit's so weird. I don't know, man. Like things that go on in that place, like Hollywood's just like one big fucking propaganda stunt nowadays. I don't know, man. It's just it weirds me out the whole idea of it. She was always too skinny and annoying. Yeah, she was always like far too skinny. I think like there was a time where like I thought she was very attractive, like when she was dating fucking like Mac Miller around that time. But then like she definitely got like too thin, and then she got annoying. She was like, no, there was a time with Ariana Grande, but she got very annoying very fast. She also anyone seen Demi Moore lately? I have not. I know that Demi Moore has like Bruce Willis living in her house now, right? Like, is Bruce Willis is like really like in shambles. I haven't seen her though. I don't see what she looks like. A lot of these celebrities, man, like they do shit to themselves, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, they look like. What about Mandy Moore? What about Mandy Moore? That hat is sucking your soul away. It isn't. I'm here. I'm alive. Ozempic is fucking going crazy with these celebs. Well, Ozempic's so bad to begin with, man. Like, I don't know. I think Ozempic should be something that only is for people like, it's supposed to be like a drug for diabetics, and now it's becoming like we're just using it like crazy. Like, it can't be good for you, man. Like, these people that are showing up and all of a sudden, like, they're like Kelly Clarkson was clearly an Ozempic case. Like, all these people, like, it's so clear. Everybody knows they're using it. Like, but there's just no way it could be good for you. Like, there's no way. And like, I know people. Like, I know people that have used it that like they gain the weight back, or it's like they have like health issues, like in terms of like acid reflux and stuff. I don't know, man. Ozempic's driving people crazy. Maybe Ozempic's part of the reason everybody's going nuts. Moore needs a new doc. He's had some crazy fucking documentaries. That guy. That guy's something. Michael Moore. It's just like fuck, man. I'm gonna have to go back to bed for a little bit. I got another 2 hours before I have to go to work, but I just got rudely awakened by whatever the fuck was going on outside my house. So I figured I'd come and give you guys an hour of my time. Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna go back to bed. I will be live again tomorrow, probably around like 9 o'clock. I'm trying to get earlier streams, man. Thanks for going live, my man, dude. Joe, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see everybody, by the way. I'll be live probably tomorrow around like 9 o'clock. An insane amount of shit, to be honest. I mean, you know what it is? I'm pretty like I'm pretty much a vacuum for a lot of things. I like to know things. And I like to understand things. Anything I don't know, like if you tell me something and I don't know it, Timmy and Eric, I'll look it up and try to figure out more about it. I don't like not being knowledgeable on shit. So when I hear about something, I dig right into it, and it's just like I don't know, man. It's just the way I work. I don't know what it is, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, or tonight, excuse me.